abused, homeless, jobless. When you on the street, you really do be getting your own money, but some things you don't want to do to get.
At Alternatives for Girls, we provide positive alternatives to girls and young women. We provide shelter, outreach of all kinds to those who are at risk, and the prevention services helping girls stay in school, graduate from high school, go on to post-secondary education and the careers that they dream of. On any given day, there are many different things happening in this building.
When I came here, I had people actually giving me motivation that I can go back to school, and they helped me get a job downtown. I just started winter training yesterday, actually.
We've packed up hygiene kits,
Hoodies and sweaters, jackets.
We go on the streets of Detroit, give them the bag that we've prepared for them, and we will tell them about our resource center and our program that helps them to transition out of that lifestyle.
One day this truck came up to me, AFG. They make you feel like you belong there. I wasn't scared to walk in.
I came through the program with a grieving group that was helping women that lost their kids through gang violence. And it helped me realize there's things I can do.
It's motivation, and it's a new skill for me. Now I'm teaching my daughters.
First, we do our homework and they provide us help, and then we eat dinner. The food's actually pretty good. Then we go on to do some amazing stuff. We do art, or they teach us how to do poems. Sometimes we go to college tours.
You could trust anyone. I feel safe in here.
We have served about 30,000 girls and women. Every day we see girls gaining power in their lives, sharing that power with others, and going on to achieve wonderful things for themselves and their families. I had a great education at University of Michigan. There was a professor that taught me that we have the power, especially together, collectively, to bring forth justice. The university continues to be a support to our work and the work of others in our community.
I would describe it as a helpful place, like a second home.
People leave out and be a different person.
And I love Alternative Girls for being there.
Hello, I'm Christine Moore, and I am the chair of the Alternative for Girls Board of Directors. And Alternative for Girls is very important to me, and it's important because it provides such a wonderful opportunity for women and girls. They provide tools and resources so that women and girls can be leaders. Leaders in their home, leaders in their community, and leaders for our world, so that they can reach the best in their life and do those things that are important to them and their families. So AFG is so important that I give my time and my effort where I can to make sure that they can provide those tools and resources to the women and girls. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. We are fortunate to have Christine Moore, Executive Vice President and General Auditor for Comerica Bank, as our dedicated board chair and leader. We so appreciate all of you being here today. I'm Amy Good, AFG's CEO. Our fall event has always been special, offering ways to support AFG's mission at any level, and a rare opportunity to meet several of the girls and young women of AFG and hear their stories. It's extra special once again this year in COVID-19 ways of being special, but no less important an opportunity for us to share with our friends and our friends' friends why AFG is needed and what we accomplish together with the hard work of the girls and women we serve, and of course, with your help. We marked our 34th anniversary this year and are looking forward to celebrating our milestone 35th anniversary in 2022. We've served over 120,000 girls and women and counting. What really matters is that most have used the AFG launching pad well and have gone on to thrive. Their work and success has impact well beyond themselves and their families. They strengthen the Detroit community, lifting all of us up, as you all are doing this evening by embracing and participating in AFG's mission. I especially want to thank and shout out to the AFG champions who are hosting friends and family members in their homes, near and far, to participate in this event together. Thank you to Alex Carell, Kyla Carlson, Dan O'Rourke and Maria Catalfio, Sabrina Heidemann, New Tran, Sherry Underwood, Sandra Young, and Maureen Sheehan and Al Cholger. The important thing this evening is that you get to hear directly from those we serve. My job is to cover the basics of each of our 3 major areas of programming that we offer to girls and young and adult women who are at risk and who are experiencing homelessness. These 3 areas are prevention, outreach, and housing. Our prevention program serves girls ages 7 to 19 who are at risk of school dropout, violence, gang involvement, and drug and alcohol abuse. We help them improve grades and stay in school, strengthen relationships with parents and other positive adults, and pave a path toward great choices for their academic careers and their futures. In brief, our model works. The girls we serve stay in school, earn good grades, take honors classes, avoid gangs, pregnancy, violence, and other pitfalls, graduate from high school, and continue their education. We just completed a rigorous 5-year research project focusing on teen leadership and pregnancy prevention at the high school level with strong results. We are on the verge of receiving federal certification as an evidence-based, successful program. And we are thrilled to let you know that we've just received a second 5-year research grant to bring this proven model to Detroit middle schools. 67 girls participated in our summer program this year, where our creative staff partnered with the Detroit Garden Club, Matrix Theater, MSU Extension, the DIA, Madonna University, Detroit Horsepower, the Roper School, and others to create a magical summer experience led by teen peer leaders for elementary age girls. They dug up and identified bones, grew vegetables, created plays, learned about nutrition, made clay creations, and did on-site field trips where the animals, magic show, and farm exhibits came to them. They reconnected with friends and brushed off rusty social skills in safe, skill-building, and relationship-building activities. Our asset building program helps prepare 68 middle and high school girls to graduate well-prepared, financially, academically, and socially for college or other post-high school education. They open college savings accounts and we match their deposits. We provide tutoring and other academic help and mentoring with a focus on high school achievement and targeted planning for further education. We engage and support parents and guardians, most of whom have not experienced college themselves, providing them with financial literacy, group support, and the basics that parents of college-bound youth need to know. All 22 of the girls in all 3 of our programs who are high school seniors this year graduated from high school, and all but 1 bound for college, almost all of whom have already started, attending U of M, Wayne State University, and a range of small and large colleges. I'm so pleased to introduce our first speaker. Sarissa Millette is 12 years old and a 7th grader at Hope of Detroit Academy. She's the oldest of 3 children. Sarissa joined AFG in 2016 and is involved in our after-school and asset-building programs. Sarissa's hard work and accomplishments, academic and beyond, set wonderful examples for others in our prevention program.
Hi, my name is Sarissa Martinez-Villette. I've struggled with socializing and kind of talking to people since I was younger. I was just born that way. So since I've been with AFG, it's really helped me open up. I'm in the 7th grade and I've been with AFG since the beginning of 2016. One night when I was at my grandma's house, me, my grandpa, my aunt, and me, we were all sitting at the dinner table eating dinner. And one of my cousins had went through the AFG after school program. And so my aunt had told my grandma about the after school program and how they help you grow. So the next day, me, my grandma, and my aunt had came to the building, and I had got signed up by my grandma for the after school program and the Rise and Shine program. And when I first went in the building, I didn't like it because it looked like a school, so I got nervous. I started crying. The staff members were really welcoming, and they helped me get comfortable. And eventually, as time went by, I started opening up to more people, more staff members, and communicating with more kids around me. I really enjoyed being there, so if you're thinking about working with AFG, I think it's really worth it because they help you grow, and they kind of push you to exceed your goals, and I have no regrets.
Thank you, Sarissa. Our outreach program, serving girls and women of all ages, also includes a number of components. We've stepped up our focus on connecting survivors of domestic violence with housing, legal, and other services, serving 78 survivors this past year. With 2 new grants, one from the U.S. Department of Justice, we can subsidize housing for survivors of sex trafficking. Until this past year, a critical gap in Detroit's safety net. We provide crisis intervention accessible by phone, web chat, or walking into our building, especially critical during this pandemic. We are proud of our social enterprise, Sew Great Detroit, teaching sewing skills with which wages are earned through product sales. New this year, we are launching an expanded workforce development and social enterprise project in which we will invest in Sew Great Detroit and in our partnership with a different AFG-inspired social enterprise, Eats All Good, and build partnerships with dozens of workforce development providers and other employers to provide an array of solid paths to job training, sustaining wage jobs, and careers for the girls and women we serve. Stay tuned. We engage teen girls who are in high-risk situations, teaching them leadership and risk reduction skills. We hire them as members of our staff as they become peer educators. They reach out to their peers, educating them about reducing their risks and about opportunities that will help them achieve their goals. They are phenomenal, and we are very proud of them. Probably best known is our work to fight sex trafficking and to serve and support survivors. We provide workshops to our shelter residents to raise their awareness of and protection from sex trafficking. As homeless girls and young women, they are among the most vulnerable to sex traffickers. We provide street-based services in which we drive the streets of Detroit, providing critical and life-saving support to thousands of girls and women engaged in sex work, many of whom are victims and survivors of sex trafficking. We invite them to engage further with us in support groups and casework. Many rise to become peer leaders, helping others, along with AFG staff, in their quests towards safety and positive choices. Yolanda Rivas started with AFG in 2019 as a participant in this program and has brought courage and determination to rise to become a peer leader, supporting and guiding other survivors. Yolanda has agreed to share her powerful story with all of us.
My name is Yolanda Rivas. It's an honor to be asked to speak to you today. Thank you for having me. I was originally trafficked as a young girl. Then it kind of became like a way of life. Like I needed it for shelter. I needed it for food, trying to escape things. At the time, I didn't realize like I was even being trafficked. It can seem like somebody's out here to help you, walk up to you, trying to be a friend and, give you some help or some food or whatever. And their ultimate end game would be to get you to that point where, sex is an option. That's their end game. When I initially heard about human trafficking, I dismissed it because I really didn't feel like it was affecting me. I just felt like I was surviving, like I was out here making it as, any way I could. When I found out what it was and realized that, yeah, you're going to need some help to get out of this trap. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll get out of one thing and fall right into another. So, and being in a victim of a sex crime is kind of even more important that you be able to trust the people around you or somebody that you're trying to go to for assistance. There's lots of assistance out here. You just have to get out here and find it. Thank God for my friends and family that I found AFG, and they have been a wealth of resources to me. I'm back to where I feel like I can manage and cope. I have my house. I'm working on getting a car. You know what I'm saying? Don't quit, because it's worth the struggle to try to get better, to try to get out of it. And you got to trust somebody, It might take you a few times, but you got to do it. And I just want to say I love these ladies. Thank you so much. All the people at AFG, food, they help you with food, shelter, work resources, all types of training. Just an amazing place. And, once you get your place, they'll even help you with furniture. I got help with furniture. Thank you again. I can't say enough. So what I want to say to you is, if you're ready to get out, take that step. Talk to the ladies at AFG or an organization in your area if you're not from Detroit. Or, reach out to somebody. Somebody's there. Thank you.
Thank you, Yolanda. Our third area of work is housing for those ages 15 to 24 who are experiencing homelessness, some with children of their own. Some are escaping physically or sexually abusive homes. Some are scrounging for a place to stay on their own after their families were evicted. Others have been living on the streets, parks, in cars, or abandoned buildings, or couch surfing with marginal acquaintances. Some are victims of sex trafficking. Our runaway and emergency shelter provides short-term housing, safety, and counseling. Our medium-term transition to independent living services continue with safe housing and also provide tools needed to transition to safe and stable living arrangements, continue with education, and find jobs that will lead to life-sustaining careers. Our subsidized housing project supports youth, most of whom graduated from our transition to independent living program in their own apartments, surrounding them with intense services to support their education and employment journeys. This program is just 3 years old, and we have served 422 youth during this time, most of whom are employed or in school or both. And we have exciting news. Working with a nonprofit developer, we've recently been awarded tax credit funding to build a 45-unit apartment building in Northwest Detroit to provide long-term subsidized rental housing to those who no longer need the intense 24/7 level of services that are available at the shelter, but who will benefit from steady access to supports, including childcare, help with employment, and counseling. We plan to break ground in the spring of 2022 and to open the building a year later. Over this past year, we served 114 girls and young women ages 15 to 21 in our residential shelter and transition to independent living program. Of these, 59 were pregnant and or parenting, and we served 26 of their infants and toddlers in our shelter. Our programs work. Of 70 participants in our aftercare program, the services we extend to support their transition to independent living, 87% maintained safe and stable homes 3 months after leaving the shelter. Year after year, most of those we serve are enrolled in school, employed, or both. Of course, this past year, we faced a myriad of challenges because of COVID. Those we serve were, of course, exposed to COVID to a great extent, lacking access to a safe and stable home, health care, PPE, safe transportation, etc. Neither a shelter, a crisis center, nor street outreach can be operated remotely. We continue to welcome girls and young women and their young children without skipping a beat. We pulled out the stops to get the virus out of our shelter and opened our conference rooms to create extra bedrooms and quarantine space for new residents. Our heroic staff deserve a great deal of credit, not only for their dedication in working throughout the pandemic, but also in practicing safety protocols in such a conscientious way that we kept the pandemic out of our building until late November. After that point, we did experience a number of COVID breakouts, but we were fortunate in that no one became seriously ill. Continuing to operate under pandemic conditions was and is an expensive proposition, but we managed with the help of friends, many of whom are with us this evening. And as everyone is aware, especially for those we serve, COVID continues. It is a privilege to introduce Precious Johns, who has made this program work for her. Precious is 19 years old, the proud and loving mother of 3-year-old Maddie. Precious was couch surfing for many months as she was unable to stay in her mother's home. We are very pleased to have Precious here with us live to share her experiences. I know you are applauding wherever you are with me to welcome Precious.
Hello, my name is Precious Johns. Let me tell you a little about myself. I'm 19 years old. I have a 3-year-old daughter whose name is Madeline, but she goes by Maddie. She is so bright and amazing. She knows how to have a full conversation. She has a big personality and acts older than a 3-year-old. I'm thankful for her every day. I had Maddie when I was 16 years old. I didn't come from a happy family, and I didn't have the support system I needed. My mother was never really a mother to me. She was verbally and physically abusive. There came a point when I was ready. There came a point when I was on the verge of losing myself. I was ready to give up on myself and my child. A lot of awful things was happening, but my mother wasn't there for me. So instead, she kicked me out. So I just took Maddie and we went on our way. Maddie and I were sleeping from house to house for about a year. 3 months ago, we were staying at my aunt's house when the floods began. Somebody called CPS because we stayed in the house when it didn't have power. And there was and that's when the flood, I'm messing up so bad. Oh my God. Okay. And that's when the floods began. I didn't have anywhere else to go. That's when I put everything aside and said, it's not about me anymore. Maddie needed me to step up as a mother and find us a safe place to live. So I decided to go to AFG. Since I've been here, I started my GED, started therapy for myself, got my contacts, so I can see clearly now. My daughter is also in therapy. I enrolled her in pre-K. I began to find myself in so many ways. I'm able to be Madeline's mother and a happy parent to my child. I have my days, but being here at AFG is really helping me with stuff my own mother couldn't help me with. I left my past and everything and became a better Precious. Not just a better Precious, but a better mother. AFG is really something I can say I'm happy to be a part of. I'm very thankful to all the staff who have helped me and shown me I could be something in life, even in the short time, AFG has been a big part of my new journey, and it's helping me make positive choices towards becoming something in life.
Thank you, Precious. That was powerful. And that was courageous. I'm very pleased to introduce Renee Peck, Senior Director of Business Development for Corp Magazine and Mish Business. Renee has been a great volunteer and friend to Alternatives for Girls for many years, including supporting AFG's mission from afar during her recent few years in Washington State. Renee has brought so many of her personal resources to this work, providing expertise in fundraising and marketing, generous personal contributions, and sharing her dedication with, I'm sure, all of her friends, colleagues, neighbors, family members, inspiring others to act in support of AFG's mission. We appreciate you, Renee.
Thank you, Amy. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for our Positive Choices and Powerful Lives event. Throughout our presentation tonight, we've displayed text GIRLS to 345-345 on the screen. You have heard the amazing stories of how Alternatives for Girls is transforming the lives of girls and young women in need in our community. And so far tonight, some of you have committed to supporting the incredible work that Alternatives for Girls does each and every day. Thank you for your support. We use the Text to Give platform so that we can track in real time during this show how we're doing in terms of raising funds for this critical need. Tonight, we hope to raise $30,000, and with your help, we can exceed that goal. So far, we've raised over $6,000 this evening. That's incredible. My name is Renee Peck, as Amy mentioned, and I became involved with Alternatives for Girls 5 years ago when I was asked by a friend of mine, Carolyn Normandin, a board member at that time, to join her on the Marketing and Fund Development Committee as a volunteer. Then I became a donor, and then I started asking my family and friends and pretty much everyone I meet to consider supporting AFG's mission. I eagerly volunteered tonight to ask for your support because over the past 5 years, I've had the privilege to meet some amazing girls and young women these programs have supported. I have witnessed the lives that have been transformed, girls who are making positive choices, and women, young women who are leading powerful lives. And you and I both know there is a lot more work to do. It took tremendous courage for Sarissa, Yolanda, and Precious to volunteer and share their personal stories of how Alternatives for Girls has positively impacted and transformed their lives. Alternatives for Girls has helped Sarissa, Yolanda, and Precious realize that their current and past situation does not have to predict their future. These are just a few of the stories of the more than 120,000 lives AFG has positively impacted for the past 34 years. So what's my why? When I think back 34 years, I was in high school, my parents were recently divorced, and our family life had dramatically shifted. My mom's bipolar disorder at that time was undiagnosed and untreated. We were on a roller coaster ride. During that challenging time in my life, I was truly fortunate to have had incredible role models who helped me make positive choices so that I could lead a powerful life. So today, I'm paying that forward. I want that for other girls and young women, and I hope you want to join me in that too. So tonight, we need you to volunteer some of your treasures by making a gift. Please text the number 345-345 on your cell phone, and in the message line, text GIRLS and hit send. You will receive a message back from AFG so that you can volunteer your support today from the comfort of your home, or perhaps the viewing party you're at this evening. You have quite a few options of how you can help with our prevention, our outreach, and shelter programs. Tonight, you can make a one-time gift. Perhaps it's your first gift. You want to dip your toe in the water, so to speak, and see how for yourself how AFG transforms lives. Whatever the level of your gift, it will make a positive and powerful impact. Perhaps tonight you're joining us again as you do every year when we host our Positive Choices and Powerful Lives event. Welcome back, and thank you for your generous, continued support. It truly makes a difference. Or maybe tonight you'll consider joining me, becoming a monthly sustaining donor. I found this to be the best way to make a more significant impact to AFG. I can make more substantial gifts each year by making a monthly contribution than if I donated once per year. And as Amy just said, our co-founder, AFG has served more than 120,000 girls and young women over the past 34 years. So I encourage you to help us raise $30,000 tonight towards those efforts so that we can continue serving those women. Since we're celebrating 34 years of AFG, we want to keep with that theme, so we have a few gift levels we'd like you to consider. Could you consider a one-time gift of $3,400, which would be a monthly gift of $283? If you could do this, you would fund 10 days of staffing and support in our new child care center, which will be opening soon. A one-time gift of $1,000 or $83 a month could fund 10 shifts in our street outreach program, providing valuable information and resources and safe choices to young women experiencing homelessness or engaged in sex work. A one-time gift of $500 or $42 a month could provide essential items that a pregnant young woman in our shelter will need when her baby arrives, since it isn't likely she'll have a baby shower to provide her with the necessities. A gift of $34 a month, or a one-time gift of $408, could allow AFG to provide program supplies for our middle school workshops on self-esteem through our prevention program. If what you can afford tonight is to give a one-time gift, then by all means, please text us and let us know you are volunteering your one-time gift in whatever amount works best for you. I'm here to ask you that whatever you decide to do in volunteering your gift tonight, you think about the tremendous impact your gift, when combined with others volunteering a gift this evening, will make in the lives of the thousands of girls and young women we serve each year. On behalf of Sarissa, Yolanda, Precious, and the thousands of other girls and young women Alternatives for Girls will support this year and into the future, thank you. You can sleep well tonight knowing that you have helped save a young woman from the street. You've helped turn the life around of someone who's been trafficked. You've empowered young women and girls to make positive choices and lead powerful lives. I truly thank each and every one of you for volunteering your time to watch this video and for donating your treasures this evening. Now wait, before you go, we wanted you to hear just from a few others why AFG is important to them. So please continue tuning in and listen to the whys of AFG staff, board members, and other participants. Then after that, Amy is going to join us to wrap up our event and tell us how we're doing towards our goal of raising $30,000 tonight. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Celia Thomas, and I'm Chief Operating Officer at Alternatives for Girls. Alternatives for Girls is important to me because we are providing much needed resources, many services, and supports to help girls and young women in our community.
Hi everybody, my name is Jasmine Alexander and I'm a peer educator at AFG. AFG is important to me because as a peer educator, I get to educate my peers and also I get educated. So as I'm informing my peers about different information on different topics, I'm also learning as a teen educator as well. So yeah, that is why AFG is important to me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Takaya Jones, and I'm a peer educator at AFG. Alternatives for Girls is important to me because it helps me bring awareness to people for situations that they might not already know about.
Hello, my name is Nicole and I'm a peer educator at Alternative for Girls. Alternative for Girls is important to me because they help me educate my community and give back to those in need.
My name is Chris Stesny-Reidenauer and I work for the University of Toledo Medical Center. I am also an AFG board member. Why do I believe in Alternatives for Girls? Well, I've heard the testimonials from those we serve, from our after-school programs to crisis support for those who we've sheltered when in need. These are the same young women who are now graduating from high school and are going to college and mentoring each other. Thank you, AFG, for all the work that you do.
Hi, my name is Sheree Truelove and I'm a peer educator for Alternative for Girls. AFG is important to me because it has pushed me to think outside the box, kind of grow, mature, and put me in leadership roles to where I can do those things and I can achieve those things.
Hello, I'm Marlene Martel. I'm the General Counsel of Ford Motor Credit Company, and I'm also on the board of Alternatives for Girls. Alternatives for Girls is important to me because they are 1,000% invested in our at-risk young girls and young women. Not only do they provide critical services when these girls and young women are in crisis through their shelters and their community outreach programs, but they also provide educational support, family support, critical job skills training, housing support, so that when these girls and young women are out of sort of immediate crisis, they also have the skills and support they need for long-term independence and success.
Hi, my name is Ainia Cooper. I am a peer educator for Alternative for Girls. Alternative for Girls is important to me because they like to help people, and I like that about the organization.
Thank you very much, Renee. And thanks to our board members, staff, and AFG participants for sharing why they invest their hearts and resources in AFG's mission. And thanks to all who are with us this evening and who are making the decision to be part of this critical work. We are well on our way to our $30,000 goal, and we especially thank people who are coming in as monthly donors and generous donors. Every donation counts every time. As I noted earlier, this evening's event, like last year's event, is special. You didn't get to come for the hors d'oeuvres. You didn't get that really cool view of what used to be the field in Tiger Stadium, where we've had this event the last few years. Most of you didn't even get to hang out with your friends. Perhaps you're here because you wanted to learn more about AFG, or because you're a longtime friend and you know that this event is a chance to get an update and to meet some of the courageous girls and women we serve. Or maybe because you know that this pandemic, as hard as it is on people from all corners of our world, is especially threatening for girls and young women who are already in harm's way without a secure place to call home or to stay safe. This year's event is special, and you are special. Your support will lift AFG's capacity to support the drive and success and courage that we've seen in Sarissa, Yolanda, and Precious, and hundreds of others like them. Thank you for standing with AFG and with those who need us, who deserve our support, and who will go far because we are here for them. As always, but especially in this tough 2021 year, together we make all the difference.